Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If there's one thing that's been buzzing around the NFL this week, it's the very real possibility that the Detroit Lions might be making a splash in the trade market, particularly at linebacker. And no, I'm not talking about just a minor move. This could be a game changer. The name being thrown around is Roquan Smith, the star linebacker from the Baltimore Ravens. It's not every day that you hear about a player like Smith potentially heading to Detroit, especially considering his impact and recent performance. But if the rumors are true, this could reshape the Lions' defense in ways we haven't seen in a long time. And honestly, Lions fans should be pretty excited about what this could mean for the team's future. Let's break it down. Roquan Smith, as most of you know, is an absolute beast on the field. He's been an All-Pro in 2023 and is currently ranked in the top 10 of the NFL Top 100 for 2025. This guy is a tackling machine with explosive plays all over the field. He's not just good at stopping the run, he's also a coverage guy, especially in the slot, which is a huge upgrade for any defense. The Lions' linebacker core has been a bit of a question mark since Malcolm Rodriguez went down with his ankle injury in Week 9. And Alex Anzalone has been solid but not quite the game changer we need. So bringing in a player like Smith could be exactly what Detroit needs to solidify their second level and take their defense to another level, especially with a team that's sitting at 6-3 and still hungry for more. Now, the buzz from NFL insiders like Diana Rossini suggests that the Ravens, who currently sit at 4-5 and are allowing around 26.1 points per game, are open to trading Smith. Why? Well, Baltimore is in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially after some down seasons and the recent struggles with Lamar Jackson's injury setbacks. They're looking to free up cap space, around $18 million, and prioritize draft picks, especially as they try to rebuild a secondary that's been giving up too many points and big plays. The Ravens are reportedly eyeing the future, and trading Smith for a second-round pick in 2026 makes sense for their long-term plans. They're not giving up on their defense entirely, but they see this as an opportunity to retool and focus on younger players, especially with the team trying to rebuild after some disappointing seasons. For Detroit, acquiring Roquan Smith would be a seismic shift. Imagine adding a linebacker who's not just a tackling machine, but also a disruptive force. In 2025, Smith's stats include 43 solo tackles, 21 assists, and 64 combined tackles, all while maintaining a top-tier coverage grade of 82. 5 and an EPA expected points added, per snap of -0.22, which is elite. He's been healthy, playing all 7 games this season, and his career stats include over 800 tackles, 20 interceptions, and 3 All-Pro nods. That's the kind of leadership and consistency the Lions need to push them toward playoff success and ultimately a Super Bowl run. You might remember how Fred Warner's addition bolstered the 49ers defense in 2023. Well, Smith could have a similar or even greater impact for Detroit. His presence on the field would not only improve the team's tackling and coverage, but also inject some much-needed energy and leadership into a defense that's been quietly solid but could use a spark. The Lions' defense, which is currently allowing around 22.2 points per game, could see their turnover numbers increase significantly with Smith's knack for forcing fumbles and making big plays. His ability to generate turnovers has been a hallmark of his career, and that's exactly what Detroit needs as they aim to flip field position and create more scoring opportunities for their offense. Speaking of the offense, the Lions have been quite productive this season, averaging about 25.4 points per game, but the key to elevating that even further involves controlling the clock and forcing turnovers on defense. Adding a player like Smith would give Detroit the kind of playmaking ability that could turn close games into blowouts. His explosiveness and ability to force fumbles could lead to more possessions and better field position, which is crucial when facing playoff-caliber teams. Plus, with the Lions already holding a solid $18 million in cap space, It's feasible to make this kind of move without sacrificing much in terms of their financial flexibility. Now, let's talk about the potential impact. If Detroit manages to bring Roquan Smith into the fold, it wouldn't just be about boosting the defense. It would be about sending a message to the entire league that the Lions are serious contenders. A linebacker of Smith's caliber could help elevate the entire defense, making it more aggressive and more disciplined. His presence could lead to an estimated +8 turnovers, which would be a huge boost for the Lions' chances to secure a playoff spot and make a deep postseason run. This move would also help stabilize the defense against the run and improve coverage against those dangerous intermediate routes that have been a problem at times this season. Looking ahead, the Lions are in a prime position to make a real push for the Super Bowl. With a record of 6-3, they're sitting comfortably in the playoff picture, but adding a player like Smith could push them from good to great. Vegas odds have already shifted, with Detroit's Super Bowl odds moving from +900 to +600, reflecting increased confidence in their championship chances. The Lions' defense, which is ranked among the best in the league in points allowed, would become even more formidable with Smith's addition. His ability to disrupt plays, combined with the Lions' aggressive front and secondary, could create a nightmare scenario for opposing offenses. This potential trade also signals a shift in the NFC North landscape. The Green Bay Packers have been struggling this season, and the Minnesota Vikings are in a bit of a rebuild themselves. The Lions, with their strong core and now potentially a star linebacker, could be positioning themselves as the team to beat for years to come. This move would send a clear message. Detroit isn't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. And let's not forget the long-term implications. A player like Roquan Smith, if acquired, would be a cornerstone for the Lions' defense for years to come. His youth, athleticism, and leadership qualities fit perfectly into Detroit's rebuild plan. It's not just about this season. It's about building a defense that can sustain success for multiple years. With Smith in the middle, the Lions could develop a reputation as one of the hardest-hitting defenses in the league, capable of shutting down the run and locking down the pass. Imagine the intimidator he would become for opposing offenses, especially in big games. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Ravens are willing to part with such a valuable asset. They're in a tough spot, and it's understandable that they'd want a substantial return. But if the Lions can leverage their cap space and draft capital effectively, they might just be able to seal the deal. The potential benefit for Detroit is enormous, a true game changer who could lift the entire team and help push them toward their Super Bowl aspirations. In conclusion, the speculation about Roquan Smith heading to Detroit is not just idle chatter. It's rooted in real potential and strategic need. The Lions have been building something special this season, and adding a player of Smith's caliber could be the final piece of the puzzle. It's a move that could define the franchise for years to come, elevating the Lions from playoff contenders to legitimate Super Bowl favorites. As fans, we should be excited about the possibilities, because if this trade goes through, it might just be the start of a new era of dominance for our Detroit Lions. The future looks bright, and with Smith in the mix, it's even brighter. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Lions fans, what do you think? Is this the move that puts Detroit over the top? Would you welcome Roquan Smith with open arms? The potential is huge, and it's an exciting time to be a Detroit fan. The team has been showing flashes of excellence all season, and adding a player like Smith could be the final push needed to secure that Super Bowl trophy. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this trade happens, it's going to be a game changer, no doubt about it. The Lions are on the rise, and with the right moves, they could be the team to beat in the NFC for years to come. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news.